What's up, guys? Kevin Patterson here, Hammer Down Fitness, coming back with another video. And I know it's been a long time since I put out a video. The reason for that is I went back to construction for about 6 or 7 months, and I did that for a while. I've been back in a truck now for about a month and a half, going on 2 months maybe. But you know, I haven't really been doing anything food wise. You know, I just kind of been eating whatever, and I'm gonna change that, and I'm gonna start doing meal preps again. One, it's pretty expensive to eat out, you know, all the time, and for two, I do want to get a little bit leaner. Yeah, I'm not worried about losing too much weight, but I would like to get maybe a little bit leaner. So what I got for you guys today is another meal prep video. Obviously, I'm not in my truck, I'm in my house right now, but what I'm about to cook, you can cook in your truck. Now, you've seen videos where I got my electric skillet that I plug in the inverter, but if you guys don't have that, I haven't seen them at any of the Pilots or Loves, but I do still see them at the TAs. The skillet that you can just plug into your 110 outlet, your cigarette lighter outlet. So they do still have those. They're not as big, but you can still cook this same stuff. So, you know, there's no excuse as to why you can't eat healthy on the road. You can't cook your own stuff on the road. You know, there's no excuses for that. Like I said, everything I'm going to be cooking in here can be done in a truck. So what I'm going to be cooking today is something I've never really done before. To be honest, I've never had any of these two before. I mean, I've had them, but not this particular brand. We got garlic herb raw chicken breast pieces. Now, I picked these up at Kroger. I'm sure Walmart has, if not the same thing, maybe, you know, the same thing, just different brand or something like this. It's just essentially just chicken breast, but it's cut up into pieces. It makes it a little easier to cook that way. You can also use that same stuff if you want to do like burritos or tacos or something like that. But this bag is 7 servings, and it's got like 21 grams of protein per serving. I am kind of a big boy. I need, you know, over 200 grams of protein per day. So we're gonna make that 7 servings about 3 servings. You know, I can't stop 7 times a day or 6 times a day or whatever and microwave these meals. So I'm gonna stick to about 2 to 3 meals a day, but I'm just gonna make sure they're packed full of protein. And I also got here these more meatballs. There's about 128 meatballs in this bag, it says. It's only 13 grams of protein per serving, but the cool thing about this bag is it's 21 servings in a bag. So, you know, we can bust that up and make it, instead of 21 servings, I'm going to make it about 7 servings. That way there's about 45 grams of protein, you know, per serving. Not 45, but close to 45. It's like 41 or 42, something like that, per container. So to go with them, I got, you know, you've seen these before, the steam bags of vegetables that I get. I got a couple things of broccoli, got some carrots, 'cause I love carrots, and I got this, which I've never had Brussels sprouts. I think I had once before, but I can't remember if I liked them or not. This is just Brussels sprouts and carrots. Same thing though, it's a microwave bag, steam bag. And what we're gonna do with them is we're not gonna steam them first. Once I get all this stuff cooked, then I'm just gonna throw it in the container, and when I put it in the microwave, it'll steam it, and it'll be like the same thing as in a bag. So let's go ahead and get this video started, and I'm probably gonna cook the chicken first. So let's get to it. Alright, so I got the pan preheating. That's not something you have to do, but it does cook it a lot faster. And I don't have any cooking spray like I would usually use. Ran out, so I'm just going to put a little bit of butter in there. Got the chicken cooking. Only a few more minutes, it'll be done. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on these meatballs. Now, I told you guys that you can cook this stuff in your truck, and you absolutely can. Like I said, they got skillets. If you got an inverter, just get an electric skillet or a crock pot. And I know that they got, small crock pots for your truck, and Pilots and Loves and TAs and Petros and all them. Like I said, for the skillet that you plug in, I only see them at the TAs. So normally, if I was in the truck, I'd probably use my electric skillet. But since we're at the house and I have a stove right here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put them in the oven. It just kind of speed the process up. I don't want to spend all night cooking. I kind of want to eat some of this stuff. I'm kind of starving to death, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw these bad boys on a baking sheet, and I'm gonna throw them in the oven. I just about ran out of room for this baking sheet, but here are these meatballs. They look really good, but I made a big mistake, and I forgot the marinara. No problem, not a big deal. I just pick some up in the morning, or I might go out later at night. I'm not really sure yet, but I'll figure it out. Trust me. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these bad boys in the oven. We'll check in a minute. Alright guys, since this is raw chicken that we're cooking, it's always safe to use a food thermometer. Make sure you use a food thermometer, because if this is uncooked or not cooked good enough, you get pretty sick. You see I got one here. This piece been sitting out a minute, but this is the kind of food thermometer I got. It's saying 160 now, but it's been on there for a second, so it was like 167, so we're good. Chicken's done. Alright guys, the chicken is done. Now I'm gonna put it in the bowls. Like I said, I'm gonna split this up. There was 7 servings, but I'm gonna make it about 3. I just tried to put a bite, and it's really good. What do you think, honey? What do you think, honey?
Good.
Well, folks, you heard it yourself. Miss Hammer Down said it is good as well. Now, what I did, like I said, it was like garlic and whatever flavor. I also put my own spices on it. I got the Texas barbecue seasoning. No, that's not what I put on it. And the applewood rub. Where did the other seasoning go I just had? Anyways, it was right here. This is what I put on it. Sweet and smoky rub. I like to season things up quite a bit, so that's what I did. I'm gonna go ahead. I got some bowls laid out right here. I'm gonna go ahead and mix them. All right, guys, here you have it. Got 10 meals, ton of protein. Looks beautiful. Tastes good. All right, now, like I said, I just dumped the vegetables in there because when I put them in the microwave, they're going to steam, so there's no real need to steam them now. So there you have it. Alright guys, so meal prep is done for the next couple days anyways. I got 3 chicken meals, and I tried the chicken and it tasted a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So I'm probably going to get some more of that. But each bowl of chicken has about 65 grams of protein in it, and the meatballs and vegetables have about 45-ish, somewhere around that range. So that does it for this video. I got a ton of dishes to do, and Miss Hammer Down over here is looking right at me saying, hell yeah, you better get them done. So anyways, I'm gonna get to that. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make videos a little bit more frequent now that I am back on the road, and I am trying to eat a little better. So I'm going to stick mainly meal prepping. Tomorrow, before I leave, I have to pick up a load and head down to Pasadena. And before I pick that load up, I'm going to hit the gym. And I might take you guys with me. I don't know, it just kind of depends how many people's there and if I can get any decent footage or not. But I'd love to take you through another good back workout. So stay tuned for that, possibly coming up. Stay tuned for some more meal prep videos. Like I said, guys, you can do this in your truck. It might take a little bit longer. I was fortunate enough to be at home while I cooked it. But if some of you guys are home if you guys are home every weekend, this would be a great thing to do. You can make a lot more of these meals. I almost forgot. Let me break down the price of this stuff for you guys. Alright guys, so this is a pretty good amount of meat that I got. Like I said 21 servings for the meatballs, and it was only $8.99. And for the chicken, which it says 7 servings, once I cook it, you know, when you cook stuff, it shrinks down. It sure doesn't look like I got more than 1 serving in here, but that's what it says it is, so we'll go with the nutrition label. But even that for 7 servings was only $7.99. So right here I got, you know, let's see, I got 3 bags of the frozen vegetables, and those were like $4. One was $2. They make these damn receipts so hard to read. Anyways, altogether it was probably like $25, but I got 10 meals here. So you really can't beat that for the price. Now, like I said, especially with these meatballs, like I forgot marinara. I guess you're supposed to cook it with marinara. But you could put them in a crock pot. You know, they got those crock pots at all the truck stops. I see there's small ones. But you could put them on and then take them off in a couple hours. You know, head down the road, and when you get stopped for the night, take them out. But you could put barbecue sauce or really any kind of sauce with the marinara. I like marinara, so I'm probably going to get some of that. And I think it'd be real good with these vegetables too. But you could do really whatever you want. And don't be afraid to mix it up a little bit. And you know, when it comes to reading the nutrition labels, don't let every little thing set you off. You know, at the end of the day, we're not, you know, trying to step on stage and compete in a bodybuilding show. We're just trying to eat a little better and live healthy, right? So don't let every little thing throw you off. You'll hear a lot of people on YouTube talking about, you know, stay away from the processed foods and stuff like this, but as truck drivers, when we live on the road, it's kind of hard to cook a fresh meal every single day. So you do what you have to do, and just look at the macros. Like I said, it's got a ton of protein. I'm really not concerned about any of the other stuff. The meatballs are kind of high in fat, but you know, I'm okay with it because nothing else here is pretty much has any fat in it. The chicken has no fat, and it's also super low carb, like all of it's low carb. So I think the meatballs only had like 3 grams of sugar in it. I mean, per serving, you know, and I got 3 servings in there, so like 9 grams of sugar. But like I said, don't let little stuff like that steer you away from still trying to cook healthy, because at the end of the day, it's a hell of a lot better than anything we're going to go in to a damn Arby's and get. So at the same time, yeah, it might not be perfect, but it's probably good enough for us and our goals. So that's all I'm trying to say there. With that, I am out until the next video, hopefully coming soon. Y'all stay safe and hammer down.